these changes that are happening are meant to help us grow. And what a beautiful thing to, over the course of our lives, become a better version of ourselves every day, every year. It's just, and when you go through a spiritual awakening, anything that whatever you want to refer to that as, when you go through that, and you open your eyes to all of these things, and you have all of these deep realizations of yourself and of others and of the world, it's very invigorating, it's empowering, it's liberating, and you feel as though you're coming into your true authentic self, and you're shedding all of these, layers of yourself that you're doing your unbecoming process, right? Which is a beautiful process within itself. It's scary though. It can be scary, and it can be, the unknown is a territory that we don't tread lightly, because we don't go there often, right? Especially as a individual person, we kind of stay clear of that, because the unknown is so, depending on the individual, it can be terrifying. It can be, the unknown is just, we don't know what's going to happen. We're human beings. We like to kind of know what's coming our way, but with a spiritual awakening or anything along these lines, you just kind of have to dive in and take it as it comes. Okay, so I hope everyone is really working on anchoring their frequency, right? Because we want to keep our vibration really high, especially as 144 light workers, as star seeds, indigo children, crystals, whatever category you fall under. We have incarnated here on this planet Earth for a very profound reason. And now is our time. Now is our time to shine. Now is our time to step into who we are, and to do what it is that we came here to do, individually and collectively. How amazing is that? How amazing is it to wake up to who God made you to be? And when I say God, higher power, the way that religion has been used to divide nations and to divide humanity in general is heartbreaking. And for anyone, who thinks that God is outside of ourselves is delusional. But we won't go there, because God, there's a God code, okay? And inside of our mind, there's a thing called a pineal gland, which is pretty much our third eye. So when we talk about the traumas and the trials and tribulations and these constant battles that these people go through, not everybody has the easiest life, and everyone has their own story. So since we're energetic beings, we have to be able to plunge ourselves. We plunge into the darkness, right? And then we have to literally pull ourselves into the light. So we go into these like really hard, difficult, horrible situations, and we just have to dig our way out of it, right? So our energy, this is where I'm going with this, is that our energy, it gets really low, and then we have to pick ourselves back up, right? And every single time it makes us stronger. Okay, I hope everyone's embrace all of the difficult things that have come your way, because, and I would not have said this a long time ago, because I had a lot of resentment in my heart and in my being with everything I had been through. I didn't understand why it was happening. I was angry, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate. But as you're waking up to who you are, you're now seeing that all of these things, down to every little tiny situation, argument, what have you, has happened and has played a significant role in where you're standing right now in yourself and in your power, pretty much. Because right now you are standing in your power, and I bet you're feeling amazing, aren't you? Because all the noise that's going on in your exterior world is being quiet. It's being quiet because your frequency, your energetic frequency is being raised, and you are becoming you're going from a third dimensional being to a fourth and a fifth, sixth, seventh dimensional being, right? Within your consciousness. So when you go from a lower level of consciousness to a higher level of consciousness, your frequency raises, therefore your vibration raises, right? So the higher we can keep that frequency, the more we can keep it anchored, the more of you're going to be more in the ebb and flow. Okay, we always want to keep the flow going within our energetic field and within our energetic body. So this kind of goes back to our thoughts and how significant and important they really truly are, because our thoughts really do become our reality, and our thoughts give off an energetic vibration out into the matrix, into the universe, okay? So it's not what we think, it's how we're thinking that's the most important, okay? So when you're viewing the world and you're viewing, these experiences that are happening to you and these people that you're encountering on a regular basis, these situations that come your way, how are you thinking about them? It's not what you're thinking about them that counts. What's your perspective about it? Okay, so I want everyone to keep that in mind. Okay, so I know some people like to talk about, and I'm not saying positive self-talk and affirmations aren't important, because they're they hold a lot of significance and a lot of importance, but it's more about how you're thinking. Are you viewing all of these things as personal attacks, and you are defensive, and you are angry and resentful, and you are looking at the world like it's there, everything's just out to get you? Or are you looking at it as, what is this teaching me? These are lessons to be learned, and we've been here before. Okay, we've been through these trials and tribulations and these difficult, hard situations that seem impossible to get out of. You've gotten out of them before, and so you've worked so hard to get here and to get to this position and at this point on this timeline, okay? And so our thoughts that we're thinking in our mind and the feeling behind what we're emitting is what's going to bring us our abundance and bring us our prosperity and bring us everything that is meant for us, and bring us the people who are meant to come into our lives. That's why we talk about how important it is who you're surrounding yourself with, right? You literally become who you surround yourself with. So if you find yourself hanging out with the wrong crowd, people who don't have your best interest at heart, who actually get off on wanting you to fail and are jealous, sneaky haters, you literally, this is where your boundaries come in, right? This is where your guidelines for yourself and your checklist and your never again list and your affirmations and all of your empowering progress that you've made this far comes into play, okay? Because all that matters is what you think about you and your life. Everything else doesn't matter. They don't know what you've been through. They haven't lived your life. They haven't read your story. They don't even care about your story, because a lot of them are haters and a lot of them want to see you fail, okay? But you're not going to fail because you believe in yourself. Okay, and with a spiritual awakening within this ascension process and you reaching higher levels of awareness and higher levels of consciousness, you're stepping into your power, your empowerment as an individual soul and a being in your blueprint and who you came here to be. And you are now integrating all of this, right? Which is a beautiful, amazing, mind-blowing thing, and it's super exciting, and you're gonna see a lot of people start to fall away, okay? Because whatever is not aligned with you has to go, all right? So make sure that you guys are make sure you're doing your breath work, okay? Filling your lungs. Oh my gosh, if you guys just look up, even if you Google breath work, our lungs give us life, okay? And this is where all the addictions that we've, as wounded warriors, pretty much, we've struggled with addictions, whether it's alcohol, drugs, smoking, things that are just not healthy for us, right? This is where we can make these healthy changes, okay? So our breath work is really important, which comes along with meditation. Even if it's 10 minutes in the morning of literally just sitting in silence and filling yourself with gratitude and gratefulness and just being in the here and the now, okay? The present moment is crucial right now, okay? And that's gonna keep your frequency high. And you're gonna start attracting, the higher you vibrate and the higher your frequency is, the more you're gonna attract. So this is where your boundaries have to be really anchored right now. You have to really, really have those kind of just cemented into the ground right now. And nothing is gonna cross you. And if something tries to, you're bulletproof. Remember, you've worked so hard. You've had hit after hit after hit. And now they've literally, every situation has prepared you for this moment and for everything that's gonna happen from this point on. Okay, so, and now listen, I understand that not everyone's gonna be on the same level here, okay? And that's why these ascended masters and these healers and these, the shamans and what have you are here to help guide you. Seek the help, okay? Seek the guidance. It's here to be taken advantage of. It's because people care and they've been through it and they can help you. They know what it's like not to have that assistance. Reach out, do your research, educate yourself, okay? Make sure you're taking good care of yourself. If you've been through the meat grinder, the healing process is crucial right now, okay? Make sure you're doing your self-care. If you have to go and get a pedicure once a week, go do it, okay? If you have to make sure you get your walk in every morning, go do it, okay? And silence the noise going on around you. People are gonna wanna throw you off, okay? And don't let it. You've come too far. You've come too far. And if you find yourself in a dark place right now, remember how many dark places you've already pulled yourself out of. You're going to pull yourself out of it again, okay? And remember what's on the other side of that. Remember all the times that you've pulled yourself out and how much stronger you've become. I know it sounds cliche, but it's so true. It prepares you to become titanium bulletproof, and that you can take anything. You know that you've been through these hills and these valleys, and you've been through hell and back, and you can take anything. And people, be careful of who you're giving your energy to, okay? Now is the time to focus on yourself and the few people that you love and that love you back. Reciprocity is so crucial. If you're not getting out of a situation what you're putting into it, it's time to go. It's gotta go, okay? Like I said, whatever is not aligned with your frequency and not aligned with where you're headed and what you're doing, it's gotta go. And you won't feel any hesitation, okay? It's just acknowledging it and letting it go. So those are just some things that I really wanted to touch on with these energies and with what I've been feeling lately. In the comments below, like I said in the last video, if you guys have anything that you want me to specifically talk about and kind of focus on, feel free to leave a comment. Hit the subscribe button. I'm looking to really grow my channel because I think that, getting our voice out there, even just to hear ourselves and to get it off our chest is so important. So the more people that we can help and help guide and be there for, the better. So I hope you all have a great night, and I will see you in my next video.